Tonight I tell you something simple, so simple the mind wants to overlook it, so simple it almost sounds like nothing, and yet it is the secret behind every miracle you have ever heard about. The word you join to I am becomes flesh, not someday, not in a vague future. Now you have been using this power since you were a child. You used it when you said, I am shy, I am poor, I am unlucky, I am always left, I am sick, I am afraid. And life, obedient and unjudging, took those quiet inner decrees and clothed them in events, in bodies, in faces, in circumstances. You did not know what you were doing. You thought you were describing what was. You were not describing, you were creating. I say to you tonight, the I am you claim becomes your world. You are not a beggar in this universe, asking some distant power to notice you. You are the operant power. You are the one who says, I am, and all of creation bends to hear what follows. I want you to feel the weight of this, not as a theory, as a living law. Right now you are wearing an unseen name. You may think your name is written on a document, spoken by others, but the real name you answer to is the name you secretly join to I am. I am unwanted. I am average. I am always struggling. Or I am chosen. I am guided. I am rich in every good thing. This is your hidden name. This is your state. And state is everything. You do not get what you want, my friend. You get what you are in consciousness. So if you truly wish to change your world, you must change the unseen name you live under. You must change the I am you claim. Close your eyes for a moment. Let the day fall away. Let every face, every worry, every memory sink into the background. In front of you is only this, the quiet awareness that you exist. The simple, undeniable fact that you can say, I am. Do not add anything to it yet. Just feel it. I am. No. As a sentence, as a living presence, the feeling of being. This is the holy center. This is the altar. This is the place from which all things proceed. Before there was, I am broke. Before there was, I am lonely. There was simply, I am. Pure, open, undefined. From this you have been painting your world. From this you can paint it anew. Now gently, without strain, look at one area of your life that has troubled you. Perhaps it is money, perhaps you count carefully, you fear bills, you feel at the mercy of employers, clients, circumstances. Without condemning yourself, notice what you have been saying within. I am barely getting by. I am always behind. I am trying, but it's never enough. You might never have spoken these words out loud, but you have felt them. You have worn them. And because you wore the name of lack, life had no choice but to answer to that name. I say to you, stop trying to change the shadow. Change the light that casts it. Do not think of money. Think from money. The one who thinks of money stands outside as a beggar, hoping that something will come, worrying that it might not. The one who thinks from money has already accepted in the inner world, I am richly supplied. They do not ask, will I have enough? They know I am the one who has enough now. Can you dare to claim this new I am? Not as a phrase you repeat with doubt, but as an inner position you quietly sit in. Imagine with me, you are no longer the one counting the last notes in your wallet. You are no longer refreshing balances in fear. See yourself as one whose accounts are full, whose wallet is always thick, whose name is associated with generosity and security. You do not hope to be that person one day. You are that one now, in imagination. Feel it. How would you walk into a store? How would you look at a bill? How would you answer an unexpected expense? You would not tremble. You would not shrink. You would breathe calmly and perhaps even smile, for you know I am the one whose supply is sure. Let that feeling rise within you. It may be faint at first, like a small flame, but do not despise it. This is the true prayer. This is the true offering. Not many words, not long pleadings, but the quiet acceptance of a new identity. I am wealthy. I am provided for. I am abundance in form. When you claim this in the silence, life must respond. It must. It must. I once spoke with a man who was down to his last small note. His business had dried up. His friends had turned away, and in his heart he carried the heavy name, I am finished. He came not for comfort, but for a way out. I said to him, as long as you carry I am finished, life will arrange itself to prove you right. You must change your inner name even while the evidence screams the opposite. He asked, how can I say I am prosperous when I cannot pay my rent? I said to him, you do not say it to describe the visible. You say it to command the invisible. You do not decorate facts. You create new facts. Retire from the old story tonight. Dare to feel yourself as one whose business is flourishing, whose phone rings with new orders, whose bank accounts are healthy. Do not ask how. Do not try to plan the steps. That is not your work. Your work is to assume the end and dwell in its feeling. He went away and did as I told him. In the quiet of his room, he would recline in his chair each night, close his eyes, and see himself counting thick bundles, signing contracts, hearing his name spoken with respect again. At first it felt like a lie. His senses shouted, "You are pretending," but he persisted. Night after night, he persisted. Within a few weeks, old contacts who had forgotten him suddenly remembered. Opportunities that had been lost reopened with better terms. Within a few months, he found himself in a position far beyond what he had once called success. He did not strain to make it happen. He did not push doors open with anxious hands. He changed his inner I am, and the bridge of incidents appeared. You see, once the end is assumed, the path arranges itself. Do not ask how, do not ask when, do not ask through whom. The bridge is not your concern. Your concern is this: what am I saying I am to? Now let us look at love. Perhaps you feel alone. Perhaps you have chased, begged, waited, and felt yourself the one they do not choose. Inside you may be wearing the quiet name, I am second best. I am always left behind. I am too much. I am not enough. Again, you may not have spoken it, but you have felt it like a cloak on your shoulders. And so life, being only a mirror, sent you faces and situations to confirm that name. The one you adored chose another. The one you invested in pulled away. The one you trusted betrayed you. I do not deny your pain. I do not dismiss your tears. But I tell you something that, if you will accept it, will set you free from this repeating story. The world is yourself pushed out. This does not mean others are puppets without life. It means they are mirrors reflecting your accepted state. The lover who rejects you is reflecting the I am you quietly hold. The lover who adores you is reflecting the I am you quietly hold. So if you would be loved, if you would be cherished, if you would be chosen and valued, you must first dare to assume, I am the one who is always chosen. I am the one who is deeply loved. I am the treasure in any relationship I enter, not as arrogance, as truth. Close your eyes again. Bring to mind the feeling of being embraced, not by a specific form if that troubles you, but by love itself. Feel arms around you. Feel a voice whisper, I am so glad you exist. I choose you again and again. Let this feeling enter your chest. Let it soften your stomach, relax your shoulders, bring warmth behind your eyes. You need not see the face clearly. You need not decide who it is. What matters is that in imagination you accept yourself as beloved, not someday, not when conditions are met. Now feel the quiet joy of being wanted, of knowing you are a blessing, of trusted knowing that your presence is a gift. Say within yourself, I am the one who is loved easily. I am the one whose heart is safe. I am chosen. Hold this not as a desperate wish, but as a calm identity. A woman once came and said, I am always the one who is left. Every time it becomes serious, they find a reason to go. She could trace this pattern through years, different names, different cities, the same ending. I asked her, when you lie down at night, what do you feel yourself to be? She said, I feel myself alone in the bed. I rehearse the last conversation. I think, of course they left. I am the one people grow tired of. I said, then can you not see that you are announcing to your own deeper self, I am the one who is left? And your world, ever faithful, is only fulfilling your decree. Tonight you must change the decree. As you lie down, do not rehearse being abandoned. Rehearse being adored. Feel the weight of another beside you. Feel a hand reaching for yours in the dark. Hear a voice saying, I am not going anywhere. You are home to me. Let your body relax as one who is safe in love. Do this until it feels more natural than the old story. Again, do not ask how. Do not ask through whom. Simply assume the end. You are already in a loving, secure union. She agreed to try. For several nights her mind protested. Old memories rose up, accusing her, mocking her. But she persisted. She returned again and again to that feeling of being held, of being cherished. Within a short time, not only did an old lover return transformed in attitude, but she also began to notice that friends, colleagues, strangers responded with a new warmth. Opportunities for connection appeared where there had only been distance. She had changed her I am, and the world, being herself pushed out, could not help but change its reflection. Now we turn to the body. The body, too, is the word made flesh. Every time you say, I am tired, I am sick, I am falling apart, you are giving a command to this obedient servant. Again, I do not condemn you. I do not deny that you feel pain. But I tell you this, the body listens to the inner voice and shapes itself according to the state you claim. Take a breath. Feel your body from within, not as an object in a mirror, but as a living field of sensations. Perhaps there is pain in one area. Perhaps there is heaviness, tightness, fatigue. Do not fight it. Do not curse it. Instead, know this. Even now, as it is, your body is not your enemy. It is a servant of your consciousness. You have been saying, I am, to certain conditions, and it has faithfully obeyed. Now you may say, I am, to something new. In your inner vision, see yourself standing tall, breathing freely, moving with ease. Feel your spine aligned, your limbs light, your mind clear. Hear yourself think without strain. I am strong. I am whole. I am vibrant life in form. Do not concern yourself with the medical explanation of how this could be. The bridge of incidents that will bring your body into harmony with this new I am is not your work. Your work is to feel the end. A man once came and said, my heart is failing. The doctors tell me I must live carefully, that I must accept limitations. His fear was great, and rightly so, for he had believed his body to be master and himself to be subject. I said to him, do not fight the doctors. Take their care if you are led to. But know this, the deepest law is not in the instruments, it is in consciousness. If you will, for just a few minutes each day, withdraw from the image of a failing heart and assume the feeling of a strong, steady rhythm, you will be calling a new flesh into being. He asked, how do I do that? I said, lie down, close your eyes, place your hand gently upon your chest. Instead of searching for danger, listen as though you were listening to the drum of life itself. Hear it strong, hear it calm, hear it steady. Say within, I am the one whose heart is perfect. I am the one whose blood carries life with ease. Do not strain, do not time it, simply rest in the feeling of it. He obeyed. Over months, his reports changed. The numbers that had alarmed began to improve. Most importantly, his fear dissolved. He no longer walked as the one waiting for collapse. He walked as the one whose heart was sound. The body had followed the I am. Now I must tell you something most never consider. The past as you remember it is not fixed stone. It is a mental image, a living scene in imagination. And anything that exists in imagination can be changed in imagination. This is called revision. If you carry an old wound, an old humiliation, an old betrayal, and you revisit it daily in your mind, you are constantly reaffirming an I am of victimhood, of being the one who was wronged. Though the event may have passed long ago, you keep it alive by your emotional replay. I say to you, you can redeem the past. You cannot change the recorded fact, but you can change the inner experience of it, and by doing so, you change the state you live in now. Choose one scene from your life that still hurts when you touch it. See it before you as though it were happening now. Feel the old sting, the old embarrassment or grief. Now gently rewrite it. If you were rejected in that scene, see yourself accepted. Hear the words you wished to hear then. Feel the warmth you were denied. If you were laughed at, see faces softened with admiration. Hear them say, you did well. We are proud of you. If you were abandoned, see the person instead staying, apologizing, choosing you. At first, your mind may resist. It may say, but that is not what happened. You must answer, I am not a prisoner of what happened. I am the one who gives it meaning. I choose now to clothe my memory in a form that supports my new I am. Repeat this revised scene until it feels more real to you than the old one. You will notice something. The emotional charge around that memory will begin to dissolve. You will be freed from the compulsion to tell that story the old way. Your present will lighten and your future will open. You have redeemed the past by changing the state you now acquire. UP. And now let us speak plainly about the bridge of incidents. When you assume a new I am, the outer world must rearrange itself. This rearrangement often comes through a series of events that at the time may seem random, sometimes even unwelcome. You may lose a job only to be led to a better one. A person may leave only to make room for one more fitting. A door may close so that you will walk toward another. From inside the story, it can feel chaotic. But if you hold to your assumed end, you will one day look back and say, it was perfect. It had to be this way. Do not meddle with the how. Do not peer anxiously into the future, trying to guess the route. Your task is singular. Assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled and remain faithful to it. Life, which is yourself in a wider scope, will attend to the bridge. A woman once longed to live by the sea. She lived inland in a small apartment with no apparent means to move. Yet night after night she assumed the feeling of falling asleep to the sound of waves, of smelling salt in the air, of seeing light on water in the morning. In her mind she rearranged her life. She placed herself firmly in that new dwelling until it felt more real than the walls around her. Months passed. Her landlord announced that the building was being sold and all tenants must vacate. At first she panicked, but then she remembered her assumption. She said within, this is part of the bridge. I will not fear. I know where I truly live in imagination. Within a short time, a relative she had not spoken to in years reached out, offering a caretaking position for a small house by the sea. The conditions were favorable. The arrangement suited her perfectly. From the old state, the landlord's notice looked like disaster. From the new state, it was the necessary move on the board. Do you see? You need not foresee such details. You need only remain in the feeling of I am already there. Now I must bring you back to the very root. You are not waiting on life. Life is waiting on you. It is waiting to hear what you dare to join to I am. If you insist on saying, I am trapped, I am confused, I am unlucky, you will walk through scenes that echo those words until you are exhausted. If in the midst of the same outer conditions, you quietly, stubbornly begin to say, I am free, I am guided, I am favored, you will begin, at first in small ways, to see evidence of these names. It is inevitable. Appearances may lag. The outer world is slow, dense like hardened clay, but the inner world is swift. The moment you assume a new state, in that moment, in the realm of cause, something has changed. The shadows may take time to catch up. Do not lose faith while you wait. When doubt rises, do not wrestle with it. Simply return to feeling the end. When fear whispers, nothing is happening, answer quietly, everything is happening, but in a realm my senses cannot yet see. I remain what I have claimed. I remain. You may fall out of your chosen state many times in a duds. I do not condemn yourself. Gently return. Again and again return. Each time you return, you deepen the groove. You make the new I am more natural than the old. One day you will discover that what once felt like effort now feels like home. You will wake up and automatically think, I am provided for, I am loved, I am guided even before you open your eyes, and your world will mirror that ease. Remember always, the world is yourself pushed out. If someone speaks harshly to you, instead of cursing them, ask, what I am in me is being reflected here. Am I secretly saying I am disrespected, I am unworthy, I am invisible? Then you know what to do. Withdraw from that state. Claim a new name. I am honored, I am valued, I am seen. Do not demand that that particular person change. Change the inner you they are reflecting. If you persist, you may find that either they transform or they move out of your life, and others who match your new state appear. Nothing enters your experience except by right of consciousness. Tonight, as you go to your rest, I urge you to do something very simple yet very powerful. Before sleep takes you, do not rehearse the day's frustrations. Do not carry into the night the name of failure, lack, or fear. Instead, choose one desire and assume it fulfilled. If it is money, feel yourself wealthier than you have ever been. If it is love, feel yourself more deeply cherished than you have ever known. If it is health, feel yourself vibrantly alive. Let the scene be short, simple, repeated. Perhaps it is the feeling of saying, everything worked out, I knew it would. Perhaps it is the feeling of hearing, congratulations, or you are approved, or you are healed. Whatever best implies that your wish is already realized, take that and lull yourself to sleep with it. Sleep as though it were already done. For in that drowsy state, between waking and sleeping, your conscious assumption sinks down into the deeper self, and there it is accepted as fact. From that acceptance, your world is reshaped. You may not see movement tomorrow. You may not see it next week. Do not be deceived by the slowness of outer change. The moment you truly assume, the seed is planted, and the seed contains the oak. The end is in the beginning. You cannot plant an acorn and reap a stone. You cannot assume I am poverty and reap riches. You cannot assume I am rejected and reap devotion. The I am you claim determines the harvest. So I ask you now, gently but firmly, what I am will you walk with when you rise from this moment? Will you continue to carry the old, heavy, bitter name, I am unlucky, I am stuck, I am always behind? Or will you dare, in quiet defiance of appearances, to clothe yourself in a higher name? I am wealthy in truth, I am beloved in truth, I am whole in truth, I am guided in truth. You may say, but I do not feel it yet. Then begin where you are, even if it is just a small opening, a tiny ray of possibility, nurture it. Say, I am open to this, I am becoming this, I am this in seed form. And then feed it daily with your attention, your feeling, your inner conversation. Speak to yourself as already the one you desire to be. If you wish to be free of debt, do not speak as a debtor. Speak as one who has more than enough. If you wish to be confident, do not speak as a coward. Speak as one who moves through life with surety and grace. You are not lying. You are declaring the unseen truth that must in time take on visible flesh. The I am you claim cannot remain without embodiment. It must show itself as money, as relationships, as health, as opportunities, as changed circumstances. It must. It must. So tonight, I bless you with a simple charge. Retire from the old name. Let I am broken, I am defeated, I am forgotten die here. Lay them down like worn-out garments that no longer fit, and put on a new garment. In the silence of your own heart, say with calm authority, I am the wealth of God in expression. I am love in human form. I am health made visible. I am the one to whom good comes easily. I am the one whose life flows with divine order. Say it slowly. Let each word sink in. Feel it. Do not rush. You are not trying to convince a reluctant universe. You're simply accepting what has always been available to you. From this night forward, walk as one who has discovered the secret behind all things. Imagination creates reality. Assumption hardens into fact. Feeling is the secret. The world is yourself pushed out. State is everything. And above all, the I am you claim must become flesh. So claim wisely, claim bravely, claim lovingly. For as you do, you will watch your world rearrange itself to match the name you answer to. Not someday, not maybe. Now,